Hi, this is Dr. Scott, and this is my Module 4 overview for transitional writing. So, just as we have in weeks prior, you're going to go to the introduction, which goes over the general directions for this week, including a step-by-step list of the things you are responsible for doing. One would be to read the sentence types handout and the rhetorical modes overview documents and use them as reference throughout this course. Now, the rhetorical modes overview document you looked at last week, but it's also available this week because this is going to be the first week that we really use it and apply it to write in one of the modes. So, we are going to complete the reading assignment and view all Blackboard materials, complete the reading quiz for this module, complete the grammar exercise for this module, and compose a process explanation paragraph that contains at least 8 simple sentences. All right, so first, complete the reading quiz for this module. Here has our reading assignments for this week. And when you are ready to take the reading quiz, it is right here. So you'll click on Reading Quiz Chapter 13 Process, and it lets you know there's no time limits. Shouldn't take you more than 20 minutes. Only one submission is allowed. Be prepared to complete the quiz in one session. So, unlike the grammar quizzes, which often allow you more than one try, this reading quiz you only get one attempt. So, make sure that you are prepared. You have really read all of the assignments, maybe taken some notes or taken some notes as you have read because it's an ebook, and that you are prepared to take it because you only get one chance. And then if you have any issues with that, you can email me. After you have taken that quiz, we are going to complete the grammar exercise for this module. And the grammar exercise this week is over simple sentences and fragments. And I will go ahead and share in here. It'll appear up here. The simple sentences and fragments notes that I actually embedded into last week's subjects and predicates lesson, but it's also applicable this week. So I'll go ahead and reshare that here so you have it. And then finally, it says that you are going to compose a process explanation paragraph. And then to know how to do that, we're going to go back to rhetorical modes. Process analysis. This mode involves writing about following a series of steps or stages, and then taking apart the subject and explaining those parts. This is used to explain an action, a mechanism, or an event from beginning to end. It can be directive, like giving directions step by step, or informative, giving information about how or why something happened. The easiest way I have seen people do this is to just write the directions on how to cook something, bake something, create something, build something, pick something that you're interested in, something that you know all the steps to, and you are giving me directions step by step on how to do that thing this week. And remember that it is not a bulleted list. I should not see a bulleted list of 1, 2, 3, 4 with the steps. This is a paragraph. So it's going to be indented. It's going to be written in paragraph form and not as a list. Also, it says that we are writing that. So we're writing a paragraph explaining the step-by-step process of doing something or making something. I would say baking cookies, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Those are some simple examples of what you could go with. And then you have to use at least 8 simple sentences. Now, simple sentences have a single subject and a single predicate. Again, I will add the notes for that in here after I complete this video. It was something that I shared last week. But remember, you need at least 8 simple sentences, which means that if I read it and you have 8 sentences, but some are compound or complex, which are some things that you might write on your own, not thinking about it, but we haven't talked about yet, you need at least 8 simple sentences to get full credit on this assignment. So you can write as many sentences as you'd like. It can be a lot more than 8 sentences, but you need to write at least 8 sentences that are simple. And then Okay, in the past, they have asked for these simple sentences to be underlined. It says there's no maximum number of sentences allowed in the paragraph, but at least 8 must be simple sentences, so containing only one subject and one predicate. Under the paragraph, copy and paste a list of the 8 simple sentences that are to be graded separately as part of the assignment's requirements. So I'm going to go ahead and give you two different options here. You can either copy and paste a list of those 8 simple sentences underneath your paragraph so I can see them separately, or you can go through your paragraph and simply underline each of the 8 sentences that you are submitting to me as being simple. So either copy and paste your sentences after your paragraph, just the 8 simple sentences separately, or go through your paragraph and underline each of the 8 simple sentences. Either way, the point is so that I can see them separated from the rest of your paragraph, and you are telling me that these are simple sentences, and it allows me to know if you understand what a simple sentence is and then grade those. All right, so again, you are doing the reading assignments this week. You are completing the reading quiz for this week, the grammar quiz over simple sentences and fragments, and then completing that paragraph about the process paragraph. So, how to make something, build something, you're explaining step by step. Another thing I will show you real quick is the types of words I should be seeing in your paragraph. So, since this paragraph is going to be showing a process, a step by step process, all I did was Google transitions for sequencing, and then it is going to show me a list of different words. So, you might start a sentence with first, you're going to have to gather your ingredients, including flour, milk, butter, and eggs, right? Second, you are going to preheat your oven at 350 degrees. Third, so again, this is how you could be setting up each of your sentences. You can also use phrases like, at first, you need to do this, after that, then. Or you could say, instead of saying first, you could say, to start your recipe, you need to get these items together. Later on, you need to make sure of letting it cool for so long. Um, so make sure you are using these transition words for sequencing, things like first, then, next, last, finally. It really helps establish which would be the first step, second step, third step from beginning to end, especially since we are not writing a bulleted point of or a list, it is going to be in paragraph form. So remember to use those transition words that are meant to show sequence or to show order as you're writing your paragraph this week. Remember that you're just writing about how to make something, build something, just how to do something that requires steps. And you have to include at least 8 simple sentences, which can either be underlined in your paragraph to show them to me to grade them, or can be listed separately under your paragraph. And there need to be at least 8 of them. Any questions about what we're doing this week, you can email me at jessicascott@trcc.edu.